from his studios in New York, it's time for Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, where sports meets life. Here's your host, Dan Tortora.
Welcome back here to Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora on wakeupcalldt.com, your one-stop sports shop, and on mixlr.com/wakeupcalldt. It's an honor and a privilege to be on this broadcast, to have this show. I mean, I don't even have words for it. I really don't. Live your dreams every day, kids and adults out there. You're never too old to do the right thing for yourself. You're never too old to live your dreams. And I can't believe that when she wasn't that old and she's a little kid and she's out on a playground out getting trained by Juanita Ward is around the time that I met her. And then she grows and I go out and I see her playing in North Syracuse at one of the games, and I'm sitting next to her dad, and then you see, the CNS days and all the success there, and then she leaves and goes to Long Island area. She comes back to CNS, to Cicero, North Syracuse, and I get to sit down with her once again. She starts getting into broadcasting and the desire for that. She decides to go to Quinnipiac. She's over there. She's coming off of a game where she almost had double digits in scoring. She's been getting some more time out there. I've literally seen Amani Free grow over the years before my eyes and on the basketball court and all of this, and I it's crazy. It's honestly, it feels like overnight she went from being 3 feet tall to, being double that size and being playing in college basketball. So it's an honor and a privilege for me to be able to bring her onto the show. And it's always a tribute to hard work and determination that I can thank her for the image and the reality and the leadership that she puts out there. So it's a long intro, but it's a deserved intro to say that Amani Free is here with us. And from being a little kid on a basketball court to being a big kid on a collegiate court, congratulations to you, Amani, and welcome back to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So bring me through the road. I mean, like I said, when I met you, little kid, and you love to play basketball, and you're determined. And from the second I met your dad, I knew that he was the type of father that he wanted to push you. He wanted to get the best that he possibly could out of you. And you're surrounded by good leadership at CNS and in other places. And Juanita Ward is obviously a tremendous person. So you surrounded yourself with good people. And now, you're playing collegiate basketball. Bring me into that road and just what you think helped get you here and the people in your life that you really feel like, from your family, from your parents to your coaches to Juanita, who helped you get to where you are today?
Family is a big key. My parents included in that. Just my dad pushing me every day, my mom supporting me, my brothers, and then my trainers on top of that, Billy Evelyn, Lawrence Moulton, Juanita, just continue to push me as well into this direction that I'm heading now. And then getting into the collegiate status, my coaches and my teammates, they're all hardworking people. They continue to push me to get better, and we all have a goal that we want to better ourselves.
And when you look at Quinnipiac, what made it feel right for you? What was their message? What was the feeling that ultimately said, this is the place for me?
It's actually an interesting story. I came to their basketball camp, and I wasn't really sure what school I was going to yet. I was in my senior year, and it was late. I wasn't honestly figuring out where I should go at that point. And then just stepping on the campus, something just hit me saying, this is where you need to go, this is where you need to be. Then meeting the coaching staff, the team, it was just all great puzzle piece fitting into one.
And having that puzzle piece fit into one, you're at Quinnipiac now, you're inside of the season. What have you learned so far from being in collegiate basketball? What has it taught you up to this point? Just your overall feel of the game now that it's a reality.
That it will get challenging at sometimes. You will feel like, I'm tired, I can't go to the gym today, but you have to continue to push knowing that your teammates are going to the gym and you need to go support them as well. And then, just like I said before, I knew that they were hardworking people from when I first met them, and then coming here is just seeing it. It's a whole different aspect.
Being a freshman on the team, who are some of those leaders that you feel like you can lean on that have taught you some things, helped you along, kind of put you under their wing? Who are some of those people at Quinnipiac that you feel have aided you early on?
I feel like everyone has. Everyone plays a part of the team where they take leadership into their own hands and help all the freshmen, including me, to better ourselves.
And, being a part of this and kind of growing in this, I mean, the team right now is 7-6, 2-0 inside of the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference, the MAAC. So being where you're at right now and having a winning record, winning the last two after losing a close one, what has this season taught you up to this point?
It's taught me that we're very determined, that anything that we put our minds to, we can do.
And you're here after having some close games that didn't go your way. At number 10 team in the country at the time, Texas, a loss by 1 point in that game, and then a close loss against UCF, 47-45. What did the close losses teach you? Those moments where it was just one possession away from being a victory on the side of Quinnipiac. What have those games done to help this team kind of get better?
It teaches us different things that we need to work on, what we need to get better, how we can fix it, and then go into the next game, fix those errors right there, and then that's how we win. Even
though the team didn't get victories in these two, speaking here with Amani Free, CNY, born and raised, and playing currently as a true freshman at Quinnipiac, Texas and Missouri, back-to-back games against top 25 teams, even though those didn't come out in victories. What was that, the magnitude of those games like for you, and just your thoughts on the overall feel of Texas and Missouri?
I feel like it was a teaching point, knowing that some people don't even know where the school is, some people don't even know how to pronounce it, but we're still a good team.
And getting through that, getting through the woes of, trying to, find your place and to do what needs to be done and to have, this team obviously, find success. Like you said, some people don't know how to pronounce it. Some people don't know where it is. Do you feel like this team, even though it's only 13 games in, do you feel like there is a gaining of respect? Do you feel that no matter how the team starts, that at the end of the game there is that sense of, maybe a little bit of respect coming from other teams that are going up against you?
Yes, I do. I do feel that a lot.
And what can you say about that at the end of the game? Is it a conversation? Is it a handshake and a, hey, you guys are going to have a hell of a season? What is the conversation like after the game?
I feel like it's an unspoken conversation. Even when we're shaking hands, it's like, oh, this team didn't know where it was, but hey, they played hard.
And speaking here with Amani Free once again, Amani, when you look back on all those days in the driveway and the days in the gym and and everything that you did to get to where you are, what can you say about that story? Because you are one of the young women in this world that, you had, obviously you have talent, but you had determination. You had a hard work ethic. You had a desire to get out there and to, attain what you wanted to attain, to achieve what you wanted to achieve. So just bring me into that. I mean, you wanted it. You went out and got it. It wasn't just about your ability. It was about your work ethic and just what you can say about that.
Yes. At times, it really won't be easy. You'll be tired. You'll feel sore. It's like, oh, why am I doing this? But it's that spark that you need to have, that push that you say to yourself, oh, I need to do this because I have something that I want to do this for.
And what was the spark for you? When you say you need that spark, you need that push, you need that one thing that's going to keep you going. What kept you going when you had those adversity moments?
My family and focusing on my future goal after this, getting here where I am now, and then hopefully in the future continuing professionally.
And when you have that goal and you have that desire, what are the things, to speak to people out there, young men and women out there, what are, outside of having the innate talent and whatnot, what are some of the things that you would say you need to have that are essential to success on and off the court? What would be your advice in that respect?
I would have to say coachability. Be able to listen to your coach and then put it into action and do it hard. Put in a lot of effort into it.
And when you have that effort and you have that desire, you have that determination and you get after it and you do it, the balance is something that I feel like doesn't get spoken about enough, and I want to talk with you about the balance of being a student and being an athlete and training outside of that. I mean, it's a full-time job to be a player. It's a full-time job to be a student. And then on top of all of that, outside of practices, you have to do your own thing. You have to, push yourself a little bit harder. The best athletes are the ones that do everything that they're asked to do, but then some. So how do you balance it all?
Balancing is key. We do strive to do well on the court, but we have to strive to do well academically as well, because it's very important that you get your education while you're doing the sport that you love.
And you're in communications. I know it's early on at Quinnipiac, but what have you taken away so far? What excites you about the world of communications? I know we've talked about it a little bit off the air, but just what you can say about being a communications major as well.
It's interesting so far, the different things that I've learned about it, and I'm still in the early stage of learning about journalism, but I think I'm going to enjoy this.
What are you looking forward to the most? I know you said you obviously want to play professionally in the WNBA and move forward and so on with that, but on top of that, on the communication side of it, what are you excited about in the scholastic part of your time at Quinnipiac?
Hopefully getting to the program where I can be a spokesperson for one of the sports here.
And to have that opportunity, to live that life and what you're doing, obviously, we hope nothing but success. We have Quinnipiac coming up at Marist on January 10th, which is the Thursday of this week that we're currently talking live. And then they'll be home against Monmouth, go on the road for a couple, and then back against Siena. So these are local games. These are teams that people know, teams in the area like the Niagaras and the Canisiuses and the Sienas and whatnot. So, the MAC is a great conference. I've been able to be around it thanks to some awesome people like Mike Kitts in the community of Central New York as well, and Amani Free at Quinnipiac doing her thing and finding some success. Amani, you've been able to get a little bit more time out there and in getting a little bit more time, having a little bit more success on the court. Just what you can say about your play so far and what you've been able to do up to this point. Against St. Peter's, you had 9 points in 14 minutes, your best showing so far as a freshman. What can you say about that game?
I wouldn't be able to do it without my coaching staff and my teammates, all trusting in them.
And kind of finding your shot, you're 3 for 4 out there, you hit a three-pointer in the game. Just what you could say about your comfortability. Do you feel like, it's 13 games in, but is the game starting to come to you a little bit better? What did you take away from those first few games that you had out there where you played for a few minutes here and there? What did you take from those games that helped you in the St. Peter's game?
It's all about comfortability with your teammates, knowing how they play together, what you're willing to do, how hard it's working out for you.
That coming from Amani Free, CNY born and raised. Amani, what do you want to say about Central New York? It helped to raise you. It takes a village. What do you want to say to the people of Central New York?
I'm not sure. Just continue working hard and pursue your dreams.
What did you learn from growing up in the area?
I learned that a lot of people will have your back and will support you.
A lot of people having your back and supporting you. What was it that Macklemore said? I got my city right behind me. If I fall, they got me. So Central New York, I agree with that as well. Amani Free, Quinnipiac, CNY born and raised. She's continuing her season here. 13 games in at Quinnipiac. True freshman that's already found her way onto the floor, and I'm not surprised by any stretch of the imagination. Amani, I know you and I will keep in touch. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep working hard. And I know this entire conversation you gave the credit to everybody else, and I expect nothing less. I know that's how you are. So stay humble, stay hungry, and I look forward to getting you back on the show and obviously a lot of success coming up for you and the team very soon.
Thank you.
All right, I'll talk with you soon.
Okay.
That coming once again from Amani Free here on the broadcast. We'll take a quick step aside here on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora on wakeupcalldt.com, your one-stop sports shop, and on mixlr.com/wakeupcalldt. And when I come back, we will have the West Genesee boys basketball team special coming to you from the Wildcat Sports Pub. Can't wait to share this one with you. Exciting, exciting show. This first time we ever did this, every single segment features a new special guest from the team. So we had captains Christian Rossi, Will Amica, Lucas Sutherland, and then we have head coach Fred Kent. And then each of the 3 segments, we had a different player join them as well. So going to have great conversation, a whole lot of fun, Always a great time at the Wildcat Sports Pub. Listen in to the West Genesee Boys Basketball Special coming up right after this.
This is a wake-up call. Fast break.
Get Hilton quality service at the most affordable price at True by Hilton Camillus, located right next to Costco in Township 5. True by Hilton Camillus offers you their signature Top It breakfast bar with over 30 different toppings to personalize the most important meal of the day. All complimentary with your stay. For reservations and information, call 315-314-8676. That's 315-314-8676. True by Hilton Camillus. Hilton quality service at the most affordable price.
Having peace of mind when you're out of town that your furry-loving friend is safe and sound means taking them to Canine Kampground, because we all know that when it comes to the love of our pets, it goes well beyond the call of duty to make sure they're safe and sound. Right, Lily? So take a ride to 242 Johnson Street in East Syracuse, New York, and see Canine Kampground and where your dog will be staying in the classic cabin, the executive cabin, the grand cabin, or of course the luxury cabin, because if you know Lily, you know she loves luxury. Now you don't have to wait to the last minute to find a family member or a friend that'll take your dog for a few days. Call Canine Kampground at 315-299-4013. That's 315-299-4013. Their drop-off and pickup times are Monday through Sunday. Check K9Campground.com for more information. That's the letter K, the number 9, and campground spelled with a K.com. K9Campground.com.
When you're going out of town, bring your dog to Canine Campground.
Consistency is, well, consistently hard to find, unless you head to 119 East 2nd Street in East Syracuse, New York, the home of the Pen and Trophy Center, who has been serving us Central and Upstate New Yorkers, as well as beyond, for decades. The Pen and Trophy Center on 119 East 2nd Street in East Syracuse, New York, gives you an amazing and unique way to customize a memory today. Say it with the Pen and Trophy Center. Be it an Employee of the Month award, a sports award, something for your business, engraving for your family, your loved ones, anniversaries, birthday parties, and so much more, including remembering somebody who served in the military. Say it with the Pen and Trophy Center. 119 East 2nd Street in East Syracuse, New York. The definition of consistency is pen and trophy. Browse their products on penandtrophy.com. That's penandtrophy.com, and call them for more information at 315-422-8797. That's 315-422-8797. The Wildcat Sports Pub in Camillus, New York is located on 3680 Milton Avenue in the Home Depot Plaza. It is your family-friendly sports bar and restaurant. Folks, some sports bars aren't family-friendly. Some family-friendly restaurants are not sports bars. The Wildcat Sports Pub in Camillus, New York is proud to be both. It is that marriage that you've been looking for years. The Wildcat Sports Pub is your home base for your sports bar and restaurant needs, games for the kids, indoor and outdoor activities, and enough things on the menu to come back every single week and get to try something new. They're open Sundays from noon to 8 p.m., Monday through Wednesday, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., and Thursday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to midnight. For reservations and party information, call 315-487-2222 for the Wildcat family-friendly sports pub and restaurant. Thank you so much for tuning into this special with Amani Free, CNY born and raised, played some of her basketball time at CNS with the North Stars in Cicero, North Syracuse, and is now in her first season as a true freshman, already playing on the court for Quinnipiac University. And I appreciate every single one of the sports figures that has been on this broadcast, over 1,000 different voices, and Amani, one of those special voices that I feel honored to have been around when she was a little kid growing up, all the way to where she is now. I feel like it happened in a snap of a finger, and, I'm just so happy for her and for everything that she's done. So God bless and congratulations to Amani and to everybody out there that's fighting for their dreams. Know that they are attainable. You just have to believe, you have to work hard, and you have to keep yourself focused. You can do it. I know you can.